Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's try out a new game called Interstellar Transport Company. Alright, this is a game made by MT Worlds, developed and published. It was released on May 24th, about a week ago. A little bit over a week. It's got very positive overall reviews. Recent reviews are about a little bit mixed. Most of the complaints for this title are related to the interface, which it does seem like they're making improvements over time. But there are some issues, and we'll talk about those as we're playing. But the basic idea behind this game is you are in charge of an interstellar transportation company, and your job is to make sure that the planets and colonies of humanity get the stuff that they need. There are tutorials. The general consensus among the reviews for the game, though, are that the tutorials are quite bad. I do think that you should probably watch the full video tutorial. It's newer than these others, and it does do a better job of explaining things, but you could always just watch this video. That's kind of what I'm going to do, is teach you how to play. We'll start off on normal mode, just because I've put about 5 hours or so into this game so far on stream. This is not streamed right now. This is being recorded locally, of course, but it's kind of tough. There's some hurdles to get by, and it's not all interface related, so... on normal difficulty, we start off with 250,000 ducats. We have a starting loan of $50,000, and we have 100% fair income. Can receive a one-time bailout of 50,000 ducats, and the cost to subsidize new colonies 400 grand. And the AI apparently starts with hard difficulty, giving them a little bit of extra starting cash, a little bit higher fair income, and it's about apparently 500,000 for them to subsidize a new colony. So we're going to go with Pancake Logistics because it's what we did while streaming. I'm going to switch over to, like, blue, I guess, just because, well, blue's kind of dark. Maybe we'll go with green because it'll show up better in the background. Yeah, Pancake, that's right. I don't know if you guys could hear that. He's just making some noise. Wants me to pet him. Knows that I named a interstellar transportation company after him. All right, so just waiting for the game to load. All right, so we are Pancake Logistics, Inc. We are going to take a look at the Sol system, and once the game gets fully loaded, it'll run a little bit better. I noticed that it takes a little bit of time to like draw these orbit lines, and then once that's done, they stay around, and the game seems to run better. So we have 300 grand. We have, just my opinion, I want to mention, I think that the overall diversity of the music in this game is really strange. It goes from like this sort of, well, interstellar theme to like, I feel like I'm on a, I don't know, 1800s battlefield in the United States, and we're going to go marching off to fight some Kentuckians or something. Like, it's a little bit strange, but let's just get beyond that, I guess. So first thing we're going to want to do is take a look at Earth, and we have numbers and charts and graphs and things, and that's kind of what this game is all about. So if you're looking for that kind of simulation, then that's where you want to be. So the tutorial and the tutorial video will walk you through the very first thing you want to establish, which is generally that you need to make sure to get Luna supplied with the requisite water and food that they want. So let's just briefly go through supply and demand. It's a binary system. Either they are in demand or they are in supply. There is no like middle ground. So food is in demand. They have 327.93 food. They're currently consuming 2.59 food per day, and they have a need for 940.77 units of food to consider their food supply to be enough. Due to the disparity and the deficit on a daily basis, that determines the price, although there can also be other modifiers such as your reputation, or if the colony itself starts subsidizing the price to encourage companies to bring the goods to this location. So basically, every unit of food we bring to the moon will give us 125.74 ducats, and then adjusted for reputation up to 145.85. Reputation is here. Your company's reputation modifies how much cargo the planet will let you pick up, and how much money you will receive for deliveries. It's affected by things like delivering things that are in demand and picking up things that are in supply. So that's the a couple of these things here. They also have demand for machinery. It's used to produce factories and requires rare resources. Transport this to developing planets, as machinery is vital, and you cannot get to 100% development on a planet without full machinery. Development is a thing here. Machinery must be at maximum level, about 4,000 units, I believe. Planets with lower habitability require more population to reach 100% development. Development affects all production on the planet. So I believe this is just a percent multiplier on the amount of stuff that the planet is producing. So this planet, Luna, has 2 large rare resource mines and 2 large rare materials mines, each producing a certain amount of stuff. One minor complaint that I have about the title so far is this kind of suffers from another title's problem. You guys remember when I tried out Evil Bank Manager? It seems like arbitrarily it switches between monthly, daily, and weekly formulas. This says up to 26 units per week. Over here, these are on a daily basis, and then there's other stuff in the game that's based on months. I wish they would just pick a unit of time and just stick with it. I don't understand why it's per week. Why not just per day, right? It would just make everything so much simpler if the unit of time was consistent. So anyway, let's again get beyond that. On the supply side, because they have enough rare resources, they've got a rare resource mine and a rare materials, raw materials mine, they have this in abundance. They do have a need for it, in theory, if they had production or something here, but they don't. So the stockpile needs are met with 0 units, and they just have this much of it. This is the, I believe this is actually the amount we are allowed to take, not necessarily the total amount that's there, because you'll recall, company reputation modifies how much cargo the planet will let you pick up. So I think that's what's available to us. They're producing 10.56 of this per day, and they are producing 53.61 of this. Again, actually, I say per day, but maybe it's per month, maybe it's per week. I have no idea. But I would assume it's per day, just because the day is the measure of time in the game. So anyway, so basically we want to set up trade routes that are going to bring food, water, and machinery, while also bringing back raw materials and rare resources. So how do we do that? First thing we're going to need to do is secure a gate on the planet. So we'll just ask them if we can please have a gate. It's going to cost 5,000 ducats up front and 248.2 per month. Now it's green, which means that we own it. We're going to go back to Earth. We're going to need to buy a gate here as well. This is going to allow our interstellar transportation company to, launch stuff into space, and that's good. Now we need to decide if we're going to either use rockets or if we're going to use bigger ships. Right now at the start of the game, we only have access to 2 different options. We've got the Doing 909. Yes, I believe that's a reference to the Boeing. We also have the Sparrow rocket. The Doing 909 has 20 cargo bays. Its system speed is 0.03 astronomical units per day. It is 60% reliability. I feel like this is a bug right here. I noticed that when you hover over this, it says system top speed. When you hover over this, it says how many cargo slots. When you hover over reliability, it says system top speed. I feel like that tooltip is incorrect. I don't really know exactly what reliability does based on that, but I'm assuming it affects its speed at staying durable, not broken down, that kind of thing. Cargo maintenance costs. Again, this one's not super clear to me if higher number is better than lower number. This one has a cargo maintenance of 95. This one has a cargo maintenance of 90. I mean, I feel like it could go either way. Like it could be a percent multiplier on the maintenance base price, or if it could be 90% increased cost. I don't know. It's not super clear. The interface is the biggest complaint about this game by far. However, and I mentioned this while streaming, I feel like this game it's suffering very, very greatly right now from the Dwarf Fortress syndrome, where people who know how to play the game already think that the interface is neat and quirky and, it's just one of the things about the game you've got to just come to love. And to that I say, no, fix this interface so that it's not bad. Same rationale I would use with Dwarf Fortress. You can't just justify that because it's always been bad, it's okay that it's still bad. You need to make it better. Loading days, the days between a ship landing and departing again. Fuel usage empty, fuel usage while full. Nothing super clear about whether you pay a fraction of the difference between these two if you are half full, for example, which is possible. Days until delivery, 25, how many days until the ship is complete, and the size of the spaceport that this ship requires. It can be built at a planet with a manufacturing spaceport size 7, and it can be landing anywhere that's spaceport size 3. To find spaceport size, you go here, you can see this is a medium regional spaceport size 8, and Luna is a spaceport size 7. So you actually can build ships on both locations at the start of the game. On the settings that I'm using, of course. One thing to consider is this loan situation, which I'm going to try to stop complaining about the interface, but I feel like this is like really, really obfuscated. If you go to your finances, loans, and bonds, it mentions that you start off with a loan. It doesn't mention that it's a 39% interest rate. It's a pretty high interest rate. And yes, that is the annual interest rate, not the interest rate over the 5 years. It's every year you're paying 39%. That's a huge APR. But and if you take out new loans, they are equally predatory. However, I do think that you can make a profit even at that ridiculous price, but I think we want to pay that off as quickly as we can. So we're going to then, let's queue up a couple ships. We're going to purchase, I'm going to go with the Doing 909, so we're going to go with like longer term planned routes. Here we can see the cargo bays on the ship. As I mentioned, we have 20 slots. And this interface is, there are different hoppers, different types of cargo bays that can hold certain things. So dry climate controlled cargo bays can hold food, rare resources, and refugees. Remember how the moon has a need for food and it has rare resources available. So we're going to go ahead and just make this into a max load thing. What's great about this is that when it's at Earth, it will be able to pick up food, and when it is at Luna, it will pick up rare resources. So we'll queue that up, and let's have that start off on the moon, actually. We'll have it delivered to Luna, which I believe that it'll just automatically queue up this ship on Luna. I don't think that this is probably listing all of the available systems that could make it. So, and there is no route available yet, but we can just go ahead and order that ship. And then I want to do another one delivered to Earth. We're going to clear this ship, and we're going to create a standard water hauler. It's just going to take water back and forth. Not even back and forth, just from the Earth to the moon. Unfortunately, on the round trip, it will not make any profit because these cargo bays cannot carry anything except for water or dilithium fuel. I have experimented a little bit with like a hybrid style where you've got some food, some water. It seems like that can be good, but it also seems like sometimes you want to pull a ship off an existing route, and it's better when it's just a dedicated hauler of a certain class, I think. However, I also haven't done too much experimentation, and I don't know for sure if the reputation is influenced by every individual delivery, or if it's just impacted by the total amount of delivery. It might make more sense to do like a mixed haul, that type of thing. So let's go back to Luna and just check again. They want water more than they want food, so I'm kind of against changing this one to carry more of this, although it would be nice just for more of a hybridized style. Tell you what, I'm going to do, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to take this down to a 15 water hauler and then 5 slots for this, so that maybe it'll give us more reputation over time or something. And we'll have that one delivered to Earth. Okay, so we've established that, but we haven't actually told the ships what to do. We got to go to create manage routes, say new route. We got to add a stop. We're going to choose Earth and add another stop, choose the moon. And so now any ships that are assigned to this route will go back and forth between these two. You can create triangle trade. You can have them go to 20 different places if you want. But for now, we're just going to start off with the basic route between Earth and the moon. And now we need to manage ships and rockets that are on that route, or we could purchase new ships and queue them directly into this route. I've actually done it kind of out of order, but we can go grab these and we can assign them to the Earth-Luna direct route this way as well. All right, so now we can just let some time pass. We'll play on speed 2 because I have tried playing on speed 3 before, and a little bit too quick, and you can easily make mistakes and then die. Well, not die, but there are competitors, right? There are other people. There's the Soul Transportation, Warp Fare, and Solus that we are competing with. They are also going to be satisfying the logistical needs of humanity. So right now we're waiting for our ships, which we should be able to see here. They're still on order. That number there, it was purchased on January the 1st, 2050, and the 16 is how many more days are remaining. Again, this is something you just kind of learn, but it doesn't say days remaining. You just have to kind of watch the clock, and then you can tell that that's what that is. Interface, man. Interface. In the meantime, there is something else we could be doing. There is the option, these are all different systems, and we're within the Sol system. If we zoom out a little bit, we can see map modes. Right now we're on population map mode. We can see that there is already a colony on Mars. Its spaceport is only size 3, medium surface port, and they do want stuff too. However, it's a lot farther away. So we could create a route using real ships, or we could just send some rockets at it just to to get a little bit of stuff out there, which is quite inexpensive to purchase a gate. It's only 3,477 and 173 per month. We'll just lease one gate there for now. And then let's go ahead and create a route for that as well. We'll say new route, add a stop. I don't know for sure if you have to like do it in a specific order. Probably doesn't matter if you say Earth to Mars or Mars to Earth. But just in case, we'll do Earth and then Mars. And then this time we'll do it from here. We'll say purchase new ships for this route. Let's go ahead and launch one rocket. For now, we're going to deliver it to Earth. It's going to be on the Earth-Mars direct route. And we just want to confirm again what Mars wants. Mars is paying the most for water right now, but they also want some food. So let's do like a 3 water, 2 food rocket and just kind of see how that does. We can even make it like a perfect mix of all the things that they want. We could do like maybe we do like let's do 3 water, 1 food, 1 machine. Why not? Back to our route. We want Earth, Mars direct, add a ship, Sparrow rocket. And the thing about Sparrow rockets is that they are only one-time use. They cost $935 to build, compared to $33,000 for a Doing 909. They are more than twice as fast, and they only have the 5 cargo bays. So it's a little bit, I don't know. I mean, you can easily calculate that you're still going to make a profit, right? If I just do 3 water bays and 1 food bay and 1 machinery bay, which is this one, and then we order the ship, we look at the price that we're going to get. We're going to get 3 units of water, and then adjusted for reputation, 418. That's going to be about $1,200. And then the food's about 350, and the machinery is about 350, so another 700. So we're going to make like $2,000 off a rocket that only costs about $935. So there's still profit there, but it's still probably better to invest in a full-size rocket. A full-size ship. Now, on the topic of ships, we should talk about the fact that there are other ships that we can get. We've already wasted 12 days, so I'm probably behind the queue here, behind the thing, but we can work on research, and by getting research points, we can unlock bigger ships, better ships, faster movement speed, larger offices, that kind of stuff. And to do that, we go to Earth, and we can construct a research station here. Costs 80,000 ducats and 900 ducats per week. Again, back to weeks, even though the research output is per day. Why do you do this to us? But go ahead and construct a research station there. We now get 4 research points per day, and those are going to generate over time so that we can unlock better ships. It's worth mentioning that we could unlock a research station at the moon as well, but that's another 900 weekly cost and another 80 grand up front, which basically stops us from being able to do anything else. And the problem is that just because you unlock new ships, it doesn't necessarily mean you have the money to build them. There's also another minor complaint. There's no way of knowing what these are going to cost until you have the research. I know from experience that the Doing 919 is really expensive. It's like 130 grand, and the space bus is like 50,000. So you spend 80 grand to get the extra research station, and now you won't be able to build new ships. So I'm not going to do the second research station, even though theoretically we could. There might be some opening strategies that you could use that that would actually work with. So anyway, that's a good spot, I think, for the first episode. We're going to keep the first one kind of short. Let me know what your thoughts are. I do think that this game has quite a bit of potential. However, that being said, potential is just a fancy way of saying that it could be good without actually being good yet. Like, it's a diamond in the rough, I think. It could be really, really good. I think it does need quite a bit of work. Let me know what your thoughts are. We'll keep playing it for a little while and see if we enjoy it, but I am curious to see what you guys think about it. So as always, thank you for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this type of content, and I'll look forward to seeing you again in the next episode. I'll see you soon.